right, Jack. Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds. My S bake off with gap. Yes. Friends in the camp, but still.
Yo, search on for back of no reaction. Now today's video, this is a very big song. Like, you need some context behind this. Well, I'm late to the party. Like, you must have seen the other reactions by now. But just for a little bit of context, if you haven't seen any of the other guys explaining it, Chip and Stormzy go back. Like, I'm talking like 5 years back. Like, some of my favorite songs ever were songs where they were both on it. Like the song I'm Fine with, I think Shaylo or something like that. That guy, I forgot his name. Cold. Yeah, Hear This, Chip and Stormzy, probably top 3 favourite songs ever for me. Chip and Stormzy, Hear This. Now Chip's dissing Stormzy. Now we had Stormzy hinting at a diss at Chip, and I don't know, is he sending for me? I don't know. That was probably a Chip. Chip's taking his time, but now he's replied to him. So I'm a bit disappointed that they're going back and forth. I don't know if Stormzy's gonna reply, but yeah, some of my favourite songs ever were by these two, especially Hear This. That's a song that most people in the UK know of. Very cold song. Shout out to Safwan for showing me that song years ago, 2015-16. Now Chip's diss Stormzy with Flowers. 1.9 million views in 3 days. I was literally just about to watch it downstairs on the TV because my mum just went out and I was like, fam, I can't, let me just listen to this song. Then I was like, wait a minute, my mum's out, let me just record a reaction to it. I've literally got the time to do it now. Without any further ado, I've taken my time, but Chip's one of my favourite artists ever. So, very long intro, but without any further ado, let's get into this reaction. Also, we got Chip back at the petrol station. And if you haven't heard the song from the last time he was at the petrol station, then you're a dickhead. Don't forget. That's a serious beat, you know. Oi. That's a war type beat. Oh dear.
I know where you live too, but that is not the point of this. Pull up, catch me lacking, plan failed, there's no avoiding this. Don't know what you heard about Essex, but it's calm, dog. A name used to black people screaming down the car park. So let me ask you this, Mr. Roadman, cause you don't get the program. It seems like you wanna lose it all. If my niggas pull up at your gate, screaming, shouting down the place, who the fuck you think your neighbor's gonna call? Picky choosy gangster, don't know why you think you're so hard. But millionaire does the ride outs in his own car. Lamborghini.
This guy pulled up in a Urus. He rides out in a Urus, fam.
Nice one, reverse and go yard. For all the indirects you hear, I hope you go to all the yards. The niggas you were with it from your bit, so what's the link now?
That's true, you know. Like, I'm sure Stormzy, like, Chip isn't the only guy that's indirected Stormzy. If you remember, like, 2016 days, even on Hear This, he said, Bunda, I'd rather clash RS, because some RS guy, I don't even know who that is, but he tried to send for Stormzy as well. He just like let that one bar there. I'd rather bun RS, no, clash RS, and then he just left it there. He didn't pull up to the guy's house. He's fully pulled up to Chip's house in a Urus. Like, that's just a mad thing to be doing.
Does the ride outs in his own car, Lamborghini truck, nice one, reverse and go yard. For all the indirects you hear, I hope you go to all the yards. The niggas you were with it from your bit, so what's the link now? Now you got outsiders in your ship, who to sink them. If you know what's good for your life, still link them. And stick with Ed Sheeran, he gon' tell you about Chip's pen. On the day the people marching out for Black Lives Matter, you're trying to slide out. I said your verse was like, what's the mouth? Send you my address out. 2 days later, trying to pull up with your tongues. What type of packet is you want?
Wait, he gave him his address out of love, and he's doing that. And like, bare people said it looked fake as well. Like, there were actual roadmen, like actual like proper GMs in the chat, in the comment section saying this is so fake, so forced, fam.
Gave you a chance to spin me on the tune beside me. You objected, I said cool and God bless and kept it moving. But it seems you won't be satisfied unless you see a shooting. Can you believe this is the same boy that does the gospel music? Lord, he was broken.
There people said blinded by your grace on Sunday, and then on Tuesday you're pulling up in a Urus at someone's house, fam.
One gave you a chance to spin me on the
true though, you can't really have it both ways. Like, it's either like you're 100% that way, or you're on road. Like, you can't. Obviously, I can't chat, but it just doesn't make sense for the people seeing that.
Rejected, I said cool and God bless and kept it moving. But it seems you won't be satisfied unless you see a shooting. Can you believe this is the same boy that does the gospel music? Lord, he was broken and you fixed him. Can you save him once again? Until
Aye. That's a bar. That's literally a lyric from Blinded by Your Grace. Lord, was broken, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Stop laughing, fam.
Gangster with him, they can't save him from this pen. It's about ghosts and kings. This is not
Let me hear that
gospel music. Lord, he was broken and you fixed him. Can you save him once again? And tell every gangster with him, they can't save him from this pen.
Yeah, now Chip's been saying that they can outshoot me, they can outstab me, but mum's life, they can't outverse me on 96 bars of it. Fam, I know my Chip music, fam. Like, don't test me on these. My favorite ever, fam.
About ghosts and kings. This is not about ends, but just in case you all forgot, it's no side. Goat means the greatest of all time. To me, that's Jay-Z. I see you trying to play him down in interviews. You crazy? Okay, you got money now, but still you got no wave.
I think that was when he went on the Jonathan Ross show or something like that. I remember hearing about that closer to the time. He was asked about Jay-Z. I think I watched that on the Jonathan Ross show, and I think Ed Sheeran was with him at the time. I remember that. That was kind of crazy. I remember.
Forgot it's no side. Goat means the greatest of all time. To me, that's Jay-Z. I see you trying to play him down in interviews. You crazy? Okay, you got money now, but still you got no wave, B. Me, I thought she broke your heart. I know it was ways, G. King just means a ruler of an independent land. So why you so offended? Cause you're not a king to me, fam. When you ain't done half the work or inherited that shit from right above. So maybe you just say it cause it works. Or maybe cause you isn't on your world tour and you can't take the fame, you're just offline and at your home board. Excuse me, boy, your storms, you shouldn't be pulling up at no doors. But when my grab the kitchen, you ain't trying to go forward and so forth. All of this just because of ways, and I don't know. I can't lie, used to think he's safe, but I don't know. Is he a driller or a gangster rapper? I don't know. He said use his pentas gang, but now we pulling up at home. Ooh, niggas is emotional, you're not my ex, miss me. Anybody coming to take my life's coming with me. I'ma serve you humble pie and teach you about your history. I can't count on one hand how much man have dissed me.
This is the same guy that went to Fire in the Booth to diss Charlie Sloth. He was right there! And Stormzy think he can pull up to his house and it'll be... Fam, I honestly don't know what Stormzy's doing. I don't know if he's even going to reply. Like, Chip was like, you got 48 hours. It's been like 72 hours. Like, just firm it, honestly, firm it.
Emotional, you're not my ex, miss me. Anybody coming to take my life's coming with me. I'ma serve you humble pie and teach you about your history. I can't count on one hand how much man have dissed me.
Also, in Pepper Rhythm, he dissed 6 people at once. Who does that, fam?
I thought it's Black Lives Matter. What you saying, man? Don't let's catch him before he touches my wide. You know I'm cold, right today, March tomorrow. It's confusing at this rate. It's like I'm black and he's black, but in a way darker place. Fake ass activists, stop it. You're hardly Tupac. Jesus didn't die to save us all for you to do that. I said you're gonna finish me bar for bar on the world stage, but when it's sticky, I'm the blue tack or the super glue. You heard I got tunes for you, then trust me, that was super true. Pulling up with strangers, but it's just between me and you. I said on here this. When my bro gets home, I pray don't do time again. What did you want him to do to you when he's on license?
What did I say, man? I said on here this. I pray my brother don't do time again. Like, that was like in his last, because they kept going back to back. And in his last like back to back bit, he said, "Pray my brother don't do time again," something like that. On their song together, and now he's referencing it when he's dissing him. Like, this is crazy.
We're strangers, but it's just between me and you. I said on here this when my bro gets home, I pray don't do time again. What did you want him to do to you when he's on license? Throwing napping. What would you gonna pop smoke me if I was lacking? Every year a new Judas, now it's you imagine. Seize up, cool, calm, collective, not erratic. Know your role, know your lane. Furthermore, stay in your place. They could have done a Gucci Mane if we was ever in the States. I would rather fill a page than tell my nigga fill his gauge. Cause trust me, I prefer it when he's here. Don't want him in a cage. Imagine me falling out with rappers, sharing their addresses. I could name 3 in-betweeners that would sure be stressing. Finish who? On what mic? I got Mike stressing. Birthplace, Sheraton, Crescent. Kings get beheaded.
Kings get beheaded. That's a crazy thing to say. Because I think he wasn't Stormzy's album called like Heavy as the Crown. Like something like that. Like, you can't claim to be king at something when your throne's getting threatened. You walk away from the palace. Like it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. Like, yeah, initial thoughts on that one. Chip's cold. Like, I don't need to say it. Like, I remember it used to be a trend to like listen to Chip. Everyone used to have Chip in their bio. Like, 5 years later, it's now year 13, I was year 8. 5 years later, I'm probably the only one in my year that has that many Chip songs on my Spotify, like way over 50. Like Chip's like my guy. Like when it comes to rap, like he's my guy. Like if anyone asks me like who's like the best rapper, like that gasses you, like not even drill, like even like deeper, like the people I used to listen to before drill, I don't really listen to many of them anymore, but Chip's one guy. Literally this week I knew I couldn't listen to the diss track because I wanted to react to that, because I knew it would be a sick reaction to do. So I was like, look, what can I listen to? So I went back, listen to Hear This, listen to 96 Bars of Revenge, anything. Even his behind bars was cold on Link Up TV like a couple years ago. Cold, like the guy's cold. So I don't need to comment on his ability, like that doesn't need to get talked about. But in terms of disses, he's dissed Charlie Sloth in front of him. Like imagine you're on the playground and you're dissing someone when they're right there, but they can't say anything. At least on the playground they can just come back to you. Charlie's just there pressing the buttons. Perfect. He's dissing him and he's still saying perfect. Like you just have to firm that. Pepper him, he's dissing 6 people. Now he's dissed Stormzy. Stormzy, we saw him go back to back with Wiley. That got messy, I can't lie, but he wasn't pulling up at Wiley's house. I don't know why he pulled up at Chip's house. Whether it was fake or not, I don't know. If it was fake, that means this song's fake, because that means it was all planned. I don't think it was planned, because this really did sound like it was coming from the heart. He's like, fam, like, I think he said something about every year new snake. Like, never thought it would be you though. Like, we're Kana. We got songs together, like big cultural songs together that have had like a real big impact. Like here we are 5 years later, still talking about Hear This because of how cold it is. And now he snaked him, so it's a bit mad. That just shows literally anyone can snake you. Like, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Dave. He said one eye on my ops, 2 eyes on my friends. Because at least with my ops, I know their intentions. I know that they don't like me. But with my friends, you don't know. So what else is there to say? I'm not even going to rate that one. In terms of a diss, like, so that's like a 9. Chip's warming up. I've been seeing it all week and I hadn't heard it. I see everyone said, oh, Chip's just warming up. Go listen to Lightwork, what he did to Bugsy. Go listen to Dickhead, what he did to Bugsy. Go listen to Lil Clive, what he did to Young'un. Michelle Rhythm, Young'un and Tiny Temper. Like, Chip's discography, like his library of disses, I don't know in comparison to other rappers, but off the top of my head, it's the deepest it gets. Like, the guy just loves dissing people. Even in his Fire on the Beef, he literally challenged anyone who wants to diss him. Just do it. Like, I'm ready for it right now. Like, just go. So how many people do you know out there that literally send an open invitation for someone to diss them because they know their own ability is so great that no one can really challenge them to a diss battle? And so that's why everyone's saying, is it even worth Stormzy replying to it? I don't really know if it's worth Stormzy replying to it, because I haven't seen anything from Stormzy that would suggest that he can clash with Chip. Like, it's just not going to happen, is it? So let's see if he replies, but it's not looking great for him, because the way Chip, I think with Dickhead, he literally wrote that in a day. Like, this guy doesn't need time and time and time. Like, when something's on his mind, it doesn't stay on his mind for long. It goes to his pen, gets written down on paper, and it's over for you. So that's all I really got to say. I've been Sachi14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.